The Ordinary Man by Robert Service, 1874 to 1958. If you and I should chance to meet, I guess you wouldn't care. I'm sure you'd pass me in the street as if I wasn't there. You'd never look me in the face, my modest mug to scan, because I'm just a commonplace and ordinary man. But then it may be you are too, a guy of every day, who does the job he's told to do and takes the wife his pay, who makes a home and kids his care and works with pick or pen. Why, pal, I guess we're just a pair of ordinary men. We plug away and make no fuss, our feats are never crowned, and yet it's common coves like us who make the world go round. And as we steer a steady course by God's predestined plan, hats off to that almighty force, the ordinary man. Okay, this is a poem by Robert Service. Let's see, Robert Service was born in Lancashire, and then he was brought up in Ayrshire in Scotland, in a small village. Okay, I think he started working as a banker, and then he went to to California when he's like 22 years old, and he started working for a bank there, and then he was sent north to the Yukon, to Alaska, to work for his bank, and he started writing poetry about the gold rush and the big open spaces and tales of the Klondike, and these were very famous, and he kept writing a lot of poems about the Alaska and mining for gold, and he became incredibly famous. His work was very successful, and finally he gave up being a banker and just lived off his poetry. During the First World War, 1914, he was an ambulance driver and a war correspondent. I think he was also a correspondent on the Balkans War before that. So, what's this poem about? Well, this poem is about the ordinary man, the ordinary man. It's saying that the most important people in the world are ordinary people, not the great heroes and the great visionaries and the great politicians, but the people who really make the world go round, who make things happen, are the ordinary people like you and me, who do what they're supposed to do, who look after their families, who work, and these are the people who actually build the world that we live in. We may have famous leaders, but these aren't the important people. The important people are the ordinary people like you and me. So if you and I should chance to meet, I guess you wouldn't care. So if we met, you wouldn't notice. It would be nothing to you. I'm sure you'd pass me in the street as if I wasn't there. And if we walked past each other in the street, you'd just pass me. You wouldn't even notice me. You wouldn't look at me. You'd never look me in the face, my modest mug, my face, to scan. So you wouldn't look at my face. You wouldn't look at my face. Because I'm just a commonplace, an ordinary man. Because I'm just one ordinary person, an ordinary person like everyone else. So I'm not famous, you wouldn't notice me. But then it may be you are too, a guy of every day. So, but maybe you're an ordinary man as well. an everyday guy who does the job he's told to do and takes the wife his pay. So he does his job, he does what his boss tells him to do, and he takes his pay home at the end of the month or at the end of the week. Who makes a home and kids his care and works with pick or pen. So an ordinary person who makes a home, who looks after his children, and he works with a pickaxe in a mine or with a pen writing. Why, pal, my friend, I guess we're just a pair of ordinary men. So we're now two ordinary men. We plug away and make no fuss. We continue working at what we're doing. We continue trying. Our feats are never crowned, so our successes are never recognised. Nobody puts a crown on our head to say, that was fantastic what you've done. And yet it's common coves like us who make the world go round. And yet it's common men, common people, a cove. This is a rather dated word, probably from the 1920s or maybe even earlier. It's common coves like us who make the world go round. So it's people like you and me who are common people who make the world work. And as we steer a steady course by God's predestined plan, hats off to that almighty force, the ordinary man. So we steer our course, we do what we've got to do, we do the things that are necessary, and we follow the course that has been predestined by God. So hats off, we salute the ordinary man, the person who makes everything happen, who makes the world go round. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The Ordinary Man by Robert Service.